A basketball. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. They've got Vucevic. Dosunmu is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Buzelis in at the four-man position. And for Miami, Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5 down low. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now Giddey after Tyler Hero's three-pointer that didn't go. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And the great Dwayne Wade in attendance here in Miami.
Yeah, a three-time champion with the Heat. Helped bring them their first banner. In this town, that man is royalty.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
They set the screen for the three. Ware, good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Dosunmu. Not a lot of room. Here's Giddey. Takes it off the glass.
Really nice job there by Buzelis. Already sees the floor at a high level.
Hero against Ball. Puts it up. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Carries it down low.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Ball. After the basket by Davion Mitchell. Back to Vucevic. Rebound by Mitchell.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
On the wing, Wiggins. Defended by Dosunmu. Pass to Ware. 6 to shoot. Ball against Mitchell. From outside the arc. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now Hero, after the missed three from Vucevic. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Hands it from downtown.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Hero with it. Defended by Giddey. Here's the three. And there's Hero. That's good on the assist by Wiggins.
Oh, a dead-eye shooter. Hero is always ready to snipe it off the feed.
Pass to Buzelis. And the Bulls another three.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Adebayo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
And Adebayo, no good on that one. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
And Miami has possession. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. 1:02 left to play in the first. Back to Giddey. And yes, it's good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Hero kicks to Ware. Stolen by Ball. Jumps up. And Ball slams it in.
A fantastic two-way threat. Once Ball grabs the steal, he's looking to take it all the way.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the pick. Inside. Here's Ware. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Ware's got 5 now.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Vucevic. Still scoreless. To the paint. Here's Buzelis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's Chicago. They lead by a bucket. And the second. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Patrick Williams is out there with Zach Collins. And it's Smith, then it's White, and it's Herter in at the 2-guard spot. Shot clock at 2. The 3.
And it adds so much to Hero's value when he's out there contesting shots. That's the activity they want to see.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
On the wing, Williams, covered by Wiggins. Williams passes to Smith. Herter against Hero. Back to Smith. Rebound by Mitchell.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Out left to the wing. Mitchell a screen on Smith. Here's Ware. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Herter gets it to go.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
It's White on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Williams kicks to White. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. White's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammates.
White looking around. Down low. Here's Herter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Pass to Williams. Stolen by Mitchell. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Great hustle on the break. Wiggins taking advantage of that scattered defense.
Mitchell against White. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Yes, it's a ball. The bucket from Herter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Wiggins, a screen on Smith. Shoots the three. Rebound by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Collins. It's stolen by Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
This is the benefit of having an athletic big man. Adebayo doesn't need help in the open court. He can handle the break on his own.
Williams can't get it to go. The Heat with the lead. They set the pick. Mitchell passes to Ware. His three-pointers off the mark. The Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Williams kicks to Smith. Pass to White. Smith with a screen on Mitchell. And White slams it in.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically. Like the aggressiveness there.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hero sets the pick for Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 8. Bulls trail by 3. And here's White. 5 points in the game. Pass to Herter. In the corner, Smith with it. Outside Williams. It'll count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Davion Mitchell has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Duncan Robinson out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Highsmith in at power forward. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. On up the court. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Love.
Ferocious move there by Ball, finding his finish while also taking the foul.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the contest. Burks, he's checked in for the Heat. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
Pass to Vucevic. Fires the 3. The Bulls with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what team culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Giddy, no one around him. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Robinson passes to Jaquez. Robinson sets a screen for Jaquez. Kicks it out to Love. Outside Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Burks sets a screen for Robinson. It's all in by the Bulls. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Burks on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Gonzalez grabs the board. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Pass to Dosunmu. Now here's Vucevic. T right on him.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now.
Oh my goodness, the slam!
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Burks against Ball. Burks the pass to Highsmith. From deep. Connects from 3-point range. And the Heat lead by 3.
Can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Buzelis. There's 1:17 left to play here in the third. Vucevic the pass to Ball. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Vucevic with the bucket.
Big man Vooch showing some quickness on that release.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Robinson kicks to Burks. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. A new lineup here for the Bulls.
Substitution on the court.
Bulls on defense. It's a 1-point game. Love the pass to Highsmith. Back to Love. 6 on the shot clock. Love with the screen on Williams. Here's Jaquez. Rebound by Smith. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. And finished off by Williams.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
The Heat making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Richard for the Bulls, just 1 playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectful. But with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Here's Jaquez. Again, the miss by the Heat. In the corner, Herter with it.
At the buzzer! That is how you finish it.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the fourth.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So the Bulls 5 right now. Zach Collins is out there with Williams. Then it's White. Then it's Kevin Herter. And it's Smith in at the 5. Now White. Softly drops in the floater. White's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen on Smith. Here's Ware. Oh, good on the triple. The Bulls leading by 5. To the inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to go on Davion Mitchell. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Mitchell against White. Pass to Herter. White left side. Smith with a screen on Mitchell. To the middle. It's tipped. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
The Heat trail by 8. Pass to Ware. Adebayo the screen. Fires from deep. Ware, no good. White with it. Out defended by Adebayo. Smith dishes to Collins. Back to Smith. A 3-ball. And Ware pulls it down.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Hero sends the pick for Wiggins. Driving the lane, and Wiggins throws it down.
I'm telling you, when Wiggins takes off, you better buckle those seatbelts.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 6-point lead. Herter, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And he comes up with the deuce. The Bulls leading by 6. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's White, and White slams it in.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Ware, no good.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Smith with a wide open look, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. That is good, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Ware. White against Mitchell. Now here's White. Smith on the wing. Williams looking around. Just 4 to shoot. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And the wing jumper offline.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Miami making a change here. Highsmith is checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Collins. And Ball subbed in for Kevin Herter.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Chicago has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
Hot off the drive, White is so explosive, leaping off the floor and throwing that one down.
Over to the left wing. Wiggins, a screen on Vucevic. Ware, no good.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Remy Jaquez, he's checked in for Wiggins. Outside Williams. Outside White. Deep two from Ball. Miami grabs the miss.
No time to waste on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
There's the triple. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Pass to Hackett. The three misses. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they...
this one, Stan, cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Risache in at the 3.
For like 95% of guys, that is a bad shot, but not Hero. He's got endless range.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Jaquez. Now here's Hero. Back to Jaquez. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Risache. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And out on the wing, Zach Risache has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, BA, this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Here's Ware. The rebound by Atlanta. A deep 3. Rebound Miami. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hero for 3. It's rebounded by Risache. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Releases. That one doesn't drop.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Puts up a 3, and that one's good. Jaquez for 3.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more. Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look, just couldn't find the mark.
And there's the lob.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Young looking around. Over Mitchell. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. And Wiggins has got the ball here for the Heat. Pass to Jaquez. It's stolen by Okongwu. There's Young with the 3. Kept alive by Atlanta. Takes a 3. Young missing again.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Hero, no good. Hawks trail by 5. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Jaime Jaquez gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
A minute 15 left in the first quarter of the game.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the shot's good by Wiggins. Wiggins got 5 points.
So effective from the mid-range. When Wiggins senses an opportunity to score from there, he doesn't hesitate at all.
Daniels, that one's true.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Heat leading by 4. Hero on the wing. Back to Mitchell. 4-3. Young with the defensive effort. And the Hawks shooting just 21% in the first quarter. And the Hawks with another 3.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mitchell, the pass to Wiggins. It's Jaquez on the wing. Wiggins with a screen on Johnson. Lets the three fly, and that one's good. Jaquez for three. Jaquez has got his second basket.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. We got Risache, Clint Capella out there with George Niang. Then there's Dyson Daniels, and it's Young in at the point. This one for three. Here's Ware. Outside Jaquez. And there's a pick. Clock at 6. They get it again. Kicks it to Hero. From outside the arc. Sinks it from distance. Hero's got 6.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
There's the three. And he can't get that one. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Hero outside. And in 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
And a deep 3 from Young. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Mitchell. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. And now a 4-point Heat lead.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Now here's Capella. Defense is right there. Pass to Young. Here's Risache. Pulls up. The rebound by Ware. Miami leading by 4. And he lobs it up. Ball stolen. Young with it. Now Wiggins defending. Launches a 3. Daniels misses.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
Hero for 3. Nails it from 3. Hero's got 8 points in the quarter.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. A line change here for Miami. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And they double up Adebayo. 6 to shoot. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Adebayo's got his first points of the game.
Assertive jumper by Adebayo. I mean, he wanted it, so he took it.
Pass to Capella. They need this. Got it.
Assisted.
Here's Rozier. Outside Burks. Adebayo from long range. Buffkin with a rebound. Hawks trail by 7. Takes one from 10 feet. Outside for LeVert. Capella screen on Burks. Capella inside. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul too. And he'll go to the line. Terry Rozier picks one up. For close to a decade now, Stan, Clint Capella has been a double-double machine.
Well, Brian, I think the key to Capella is he knows who he is. He's a great rebounder, rim runner, and shot blocker. And then he doesn't force things offensively. And that's why he's had one of the highest shooting percentages in NBA history.
JYG, know your game. Adebayo with it. Now LeVert defending. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Rozier can't get it to go. Hawks trail by 8.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Oh, ripped away. Tyler Hero has been on display for Miami, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have? All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Miami leading by 10. Terry Rozier is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Oh, got a piece of it. Three-pointer Rozier. Knocks down the triple. And the Heat lead by 13. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Outside Robinson. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Hawks trail by 16. Jacks up a 3. And it's Highsmith missing. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Rebound Miami. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Highsmith. Let's go with a 3. And it's Niang with the rebound. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta. Miami leading by 15. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
Pass to Buffkin. Capella, screen on Rozier. Three-pointer. Atlanta gets it back. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Here's Highsmith, covered by Johnson. He buries it from 3. Robinson's got 6 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
LeVert, that's good.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Robinson, a screen on LeVert. Burks for 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Highsmith. Takes the 3. Counted from distance. Highsmith's gotten his second bucket of the game.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Johnson passes to man. Back to Johnson. Unloads. From deep. Fires in the triple. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Robinson passes to Burks. That 3's off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
LeVert, that's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Miami leading by 12. Pass to Highsmith. 1:07 left in the third quarter. Misses a 3. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Rozier outside. Hits a 3-pointer. He has 6.
But when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's LeVert. There's the drive. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. Burks with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That'll be a second foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Risachet comes in for Man. Daniels is checked in for LeVert. And it's Trae Young in for Bufkin. Daniels, that one's true.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Mitchell with the ball. "11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point land. And so it's the Miami Heat in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Up big because of... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter, on the floor for the Hawks. Risachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find him.
Hero for 3. Pass to Ware. Here's Jaquez. And again, no good by Miami. Hawks trail by 11. Here's Daniels. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 6 assists in the game.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Sends it home from three-point land.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Back to Daniels. There's the triple. Mitchell grabs the miss. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. Hero for 3. And Young pulls it down. The Hawks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Drills it from deep.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
Jaquez with a screen on Young. Pass to Ware. Wiggins with a screen on Okongwu. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. And the Heat lead by 10.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And here's Young. Here's Daniels. And it's all from three-point range. Miami leading by 10. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Has to Ware. Beyond the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Stolen by Hero. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. No good with a layup. Hawks trail by 10. Here's Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Daniels has got 11 points here in the second half. Here's Ware. Mitchell, the pass to Jaquez. Over Johnson. Jaquez, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Pass to Ware. Wiggins outside. The three is up. Wiggins for the triple.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a three, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
Knocked loose. Here's Daniels. From behind the arc. Young, the pass to Daniels. Fires from deep. Kept alive. Okongwu. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
That one falls.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Young against Mitchell. Young, the pass to Daniels. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
From deep, Mitchell. And the Heat, another 3.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes. I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
First team foul.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. From the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 7. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Number 20, George Niang.
The deep 3 from Hero. Off on that one. So the Heat win it. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because...
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Stan Van...
course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Rizuche and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniel. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Ball. After Jalen Johnson missing on the last three-pointer. Young against Ball. Daniel. It's no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now here's Giddey. Outside, Ball for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Set him up well, and you can trust Lonzo to sink that shot.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Daniel from outside. The basket good off the assist from Young. 3.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Ball no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Young against Ball. Pass to Johnson. Beyond the arc. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that. And Giddey with a little giddy up on that pass.
Here's Okongwu. They grab their own miss. Takes the 3. No good. Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The shot by Buzelis, no good. And now here comes Daniel, leading the break. Johnson kicks to Young. The Hawks working the ball around. Daniels, no good. The Bulls trailing. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Dosunmu. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Dosumu's got 5 points so far.
And you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
Bulls have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Giddey finds Dosunmu. Ball from long range. Johnson with the rebound. And it's the Hawks ball, trailing by 2. Three-pointer, Daniels. Okongwu, the pass to Young. Daniels inside the line. The basket good off the assist from Young. 5 points in the game.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Hits it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now, here is Young. No scoring in this one. Pass to Daniel. Cranes the three-pointer.
And Trae Young playing floor general here. So good and so quick at finding the open man.
Now, here's Dosunmu. He's covered by Daniels. Here's Vucevic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Okongwu. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Pass to Buzelis. And Young kicks to Daniels. Three-pointer. Another three for Atlanta.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, and how about Ball just working his way right through the contact that time?
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Young against Ball. On the wing, Daniels. Shoots over Dosumu. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Daniels. Stolen. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Hawks lead by 4. And the second quarter will be on the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Kobe White. Patrick Williams is out there with Zach Collins. And it's Smith, and it's Herter in at the 2 guard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
The tray. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. The Hawks leading by 7. Daniels from outside. Rebound by Smith. Herter, no good. Atlanta's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And the dunk by Capella.
Not a lot of plays drawn up for Capella, so his energy and involvement come from that kind of activity there.
Here's White, and White with the stuff.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Break every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Daniels, no good. Bulls trail by 8. Pass to Williams. Here's Herter. Puts up a 3. A rebound by Young. For Atlanta, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Daniels from outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. 3. Young's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. White inside. Young's there. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from White.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Daniels, no good. Chicago's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Three-pointer, Daniels. Chicago grabs the miss. Collins dishes to White. He takes it in, and the jam by White.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
And Young kicks to Daniels. Launches it. On the wing, Daniels. From the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. And now here comes Daniels. Leading the break. Offensive rebound. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
And Clint Capella having a little bit of fun out there with that dunk.
Bulls trail by 6. And Smith slams it home.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Hawks shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Here's Chicago. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Pass to Bufkin. Lets it go with a 3. And the 3 ball is good. Mann's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's White. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks ahead, leading by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bulls trail by 3. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Terrence Mann. Niang out there with Okongwu. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Bufkin in at the point. Here's Dosunmu. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Hawks leading by 3. It's LeVert on the wing. This one for 3. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
And Josh Giddey just does a great job of reading the floor.
LeVert up top. It's all in by the Bulls. Brand some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. The reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
And Vooch knows he can hit it off the pass. I love his confidence and quick trigger.
The Hawks again can't hit. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Buzelis. They get it again. Ball kicks to Giddey. Here he goes. That one goes in. Dosunmu's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Giddey, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Giddey's got his first 3 points of the game.
So determined to find that look. Giddey keeps his options open and gets the corner 3.
Wide open look here for Okongwu. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
LeVert from outside, and Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Dosunmu. Off target with his 3. The Hawks trail by 4. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Niang. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Niang's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Dosunmu. Okongwu grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
LeVert from outside. Chicago grabs the miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his first foul. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Vucevic with the bucket.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. He found the hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Bulls making a switch here. Herter's checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Krejci's checked in. That free throw good from Giddey.
Giddey, one of those guys who, when he's on the floor, plays with that kind of joy that Steve Kerr often talks about with Steph Curry. This is a guy who wants to keep improving in any way that he can.
And here's Herter outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Herter's got 6.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide-open 3.
Capella, the pass to Krejci. There's the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Krejci's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Giddey. 35 seconds left in the third. Can't cash in from the high post. Krejci passes to LeVert. Lets it go from deep. Here's Capella. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Buzelis. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Here's Krejci. Offensive rebound. Here's Giddey. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pick. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Kevin Herter. Jalen Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's White, and it's Giddey in at the 3 slot. Daniels from outside. Good on the triple. Daniels has got 23 points.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And White kicks to Giddey. Smith with a wide open look. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's White. The kick out to Williams. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Young with the ball. He's picked up by White. The offensive rebound, Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And that's where you want to feed Clint Capella, deep down on the interior part of the paint. Let him power it through.
Giddey finds White. Now here's Herder. Back to White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Williams can't get it to go. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Fires the three. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Daniels.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Young against White. Herder on the wing. Front past the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Daniels dishes to Capella. Back to Daniels. To tie it up. From downtown. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Young. Five on the clock. Back to Daniels. Takes a three. The kick out to Young. Pass to Daniels. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it. Went right into the shot.
Here's White. Plays it up off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now, Ricochet. Three-pointer, Daniels. Rebound by Smith. Chicago has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And it's Giddey in the corner. It's good from long range. Now it's a 5-point Chicago lead.
No nerves from Josh Giddey that time.
Young looking it over. In the corner, Daniels. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Smith, the pass to Giddey. Back to Smith. Fires from 14. Again, Chicago.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
And Young kicks to Daniels. Looking to end the run. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Bulls leading by 4. On the wing, Giddey. And here's Herder outside. And that comes off the assist by Giddey.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
Yeah, the defense getting up close. I feel like Giddey was just setting the guy up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Bruce Ellis comes in for Patrick Williams. Osumu, he's checked in for Kevin Herder. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Kobe White. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Giddey the pass to Vucevic. A rebound by Johnson. Greg, nothing short of some once-in-a-lifetime plays are going to save them now.
Yeah, the door is just about to close on this one. But hey, never say never.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Vucevic. Okongwu grabs the board. Daniels from outside. Yep, it's good. And now just a 1-point Bulls lead.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's
NBA basketball. In this game, and let's check Miami's starting lineup. We've got Jaime Jaquez, Mitchell out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Chicago, Josh Giddey out there with Buzelis. Then it's Ball. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, and it's Dosunmu in at the 2. The 3 from Mitchell. Well, Richard, these teams like to slow it down and play their half-court sets.
When you're a young player, that can be a bit frustrating, but when you're a vet, you welcome games like this where everyone can take their time.
Vucevic's shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Ware. Now here's Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hero. Over Ball. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And it's the Bulls' ball. It's a 3-point game. And here's Dosunmu. Back to Ball. Nice move. Got a hand on it. Hero finds Jaquez. It's Wiggins on the wing, hounded by Ball. And he goes in for the dunk.
2 loud points from Wiggins. Andrew, he is getting up.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Here's Ware. Off target from 3-point range. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far.
Well, you see, the ability to get the ball where it needs to go is what really stands out regarding Buzelis.
Outside Jaquez. And he drives in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Buzelis. Launches it. The rebound by Ware.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Jaquez, the pass to Mitchell. They set the screen. Pure from 3-point range. Mitchell's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Dosunmu can't hit. Miami leading by 5. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Jaquez. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Jaquez has got his 2nd basket of the game.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Here's Ball. Gets his 2nd attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Lots of quick moves inside by Ball to get into great position for the score.
Pass to Ware. Hero, screen on Vucevic. And it's Ware missing. Bulls trail by 5. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him, anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Jaquez no good. The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 so far. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Hero against Ball. Wiggins outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Buzelis. He nails it, and we're tied. Buzelis has got 5.
Just good, aggressive play by Buzelis. Not shying away from some physicality inside.
Itaquez on the wing. They set a pick. Shoots. And again, no good by Miami. It's all tied in Chicago. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Jalen Smith is out there with Zach Collins. Then it's Patrick Williams. Then there's Kevin Herter. And it's White in at the point guard. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Jaquez has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, they're usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
You know, from the 2020 bubble to late 2021, Zach Collins didn't play a single game. He missed over a year, Richard.
Yeah, underwent ankle surgery, missing a ton of games. Despite that, Zach's come back stronger, really improving all aspects of his game.
Rozier gets the bucket.
And deadly from deep. Rozier making it happen from beyond the arc.
White against Rozier. White can't hit.
Just enough resistance to force the miss, barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Robinson can't hit. Chicago trailing here. Smith right side. Back to Collins. Pass to White. Soft touch off the glass.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
For 3, Robinson. And the Heat, another 3.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Herter. Nifty move. And he lays it in. Herter's got his first basket.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Down low. White with the steal. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. To the middle. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Rozier looking around. White with a steal. Here's Smith. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Chicago?
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Adebayo is screen on Herter. It's got room. Here's Adebayo. And then Adebayo slams it in.
Yeah, his eyes opened wide. Adebayo knew he had a chance to do something special.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Adebayo, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Pass to Herter. RJ displaying at a faster pace work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
Adebayo from long range. Doesn't go for him. Chicago with the ball. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And stolen by Herter. Back to Smith.
Heat foul. Haywood Highsmith. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's White. Pass to Smith. And stolen by Adebayo.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
Rozier from outside. Miami, no good that time either. Bulls leading by 8.
Heat foul. And Adebayo.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Fourth team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Buzelis is checked in for Collins. Giddey comes in for Williams. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Herter. And it's Lonzo Ball in for White. Smith hits them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Robinson finds Adebayo. On the wing, Burks. He's covered by Dosunmu. Pass to Rozier. Here's Highsmith, hounded by Ball. 3 on the clock. Rozier from outside. The offensive rebound. Robinson for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Robinson's got 6 in the quarter.
That's a heads-up play right there. Reads the floor, distributes accordingly.
Rozier, the pass to Adebayo. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so we wrap up the first half. Chicago ahead. They're up 7. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
23. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drums. They're thinking about the shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Smith.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
He knows that that's a strength for him. If they're going to keep fouling, he has no problem taking that.
Setting the floor for Miami. They've got Tyler Hero. Jaime Jaquez out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Davion Mitchell, and it's Ware in at the 5. Vucevic finds Giddey. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist.
You can count on Vucevic to make a few clever handoffs. He sees what's happening at all times.
Pass to Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins punishing him inside.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Ball passes to Vucevic. And it's good. 2 points. Vucevic has got 5.
Not stopping Vucevic that time, powering through the defenders.
Here's Jaquez. Rips it home off a terrific move.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Pass to Ball.
Heat foul. Davion Mitchell. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Buzelis. Connects from downtown. Give him 8 points now.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Greg.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
We're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And the three-pointer goes.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Shoots. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Normally he drains that.
Pass to Mitchell. Now here's Jaquez. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Outside Giddey. Here's Buzelis to the wing, right side. Wiggins against Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Three-pointer, Buzelis. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's a screen by Wiggins. For 3. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got 10 points in the game.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
Left side Mitchell. Has to Ware. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta. Ware's got 6 points in the quarter.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
And here's Dosunmu. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. To the paint. Here's Buzelis. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's a well-timed play with Buzelis ready to catch and finish.
Stolen by Ball. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Rebound, Miami.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Wiggins. Pass to Ware. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Give him 8.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Vucevic, the pass to Dosunmu. 23 seconds left in the third. Three-pointer, Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists in the game.
Very encouraging to see Buzelis just going off offensively. This rookie is certainly feeling himself right now, and I love it.
Here's Hero. Here's Ware. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
Here's White. And down it goes. 2 points. White's got 6.
That's how you draw it up. The defense just couldn't react in time.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Just pounding the paint. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Jalen Smith, Patrick Williams out there with Zach Collins. Then there's Kevin Herter, and it's White in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They lead by 7. Collins with a screen on Rozier. Clock at 6. Here's White. It's Herter on the wing. To the wing on the left. For 3, Collins. Rebound, Miami. Outside Robinson. Here's Highsmith. Collins defending. Adebayo. Inside. Rozier gets the bucket.
This guy is a fighter. Rozier, just a workhorse who enjoys scoring on the aggressive coverage.
Here's Herder. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole. Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Collins inside. Herder passes to Smith. Back to Herder. Puts up a deep three. From beyond the arc and then some.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Chicago leading by 10. Pushing it up now. The kick out to White. The three ball. The shot no good. Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Adebayo with it. Now Herder defending. Works for three. Chicago grabs the miss. Smith's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Herder passes to Williams. The three, Smith. Bulls keep it alive. White finds Smith. Another shot. Highsmith grabs the board. Heat trail by 10. To the inside. And Adebayo slams it in.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
And there's the whistle. That'll go on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. So Miami ends up going with a new group.
First team foul.
There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter. Herder against Hero. Fires the three. And again, Chicago, no good. Not a lot of time left for the Heat in this one. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Pass to Jaquez. Hero, screen on Collins. Jaquez knocks down the long J.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Big three right there, especially at this point in the game.
White, the pass to Smith. Back to White. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Jaquez. And Jalen Smith gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. A line change here for Chicago. And Miami also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. Ball against Hero. To the paint. Outside Robinson. Pass to Jaquez. Shot clock at 5. Yes! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Here's Dosunmu. Now here's Vucevic. Oh, he buries it from outside.
Vuce, the big man, makes the biggest play of the night.
Here's Jaquez.
Yes! With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Count it!
His teammates look too overzealous in the big moment, and he must be doing something right.
Has to wear. Oh, my goodness!
Okay.
Throw it down!
Come on!
And a big-time jam right there.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Tipped away. So a close game sees Chicago taking this one That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close
So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Alec Burks. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center position. And for Atlanta, in the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3, the small forward.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight. But I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
Well, you aren't kidding.
And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
There's Hero with the 3. Johnson with the rebound. And here's Atlanta. Young pass to Daniels. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Oh, good with the triple. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Launches a 3. Daniels, no good. Miami's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Here's Ware, powered down with both hands.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat.
And how about the find by Trae, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
Burks, the pass to Adebayo. On the wing, Wiggins. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Three-pointer, Daniels. Hawks passing it around. A three-pointer, no good. The Heat trail by 4. Burks kicks to Ware. Fires for 3. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots. Three-pointer, Daniels. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Hits the three-point bomb. Daniels has got 12 in the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Hero from long range. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks leading by 5. Pass to Daniel. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Man comes in for Riza-Shank. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He's got 9.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
On the wing, Daniels fires from deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. There's Hero with the 3. That shot missing.
Well, he competed for that rebound. You love to see him getting in there and scrapping for the ball.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Hawks lead by 3. We'll be back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Daniels. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Young in at point guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Driving in. What a terrific move that was. Young's got the lead up to 5 now for Atlanta.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Buries it from three-point range.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Stolen by Mitchell. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Back to Daniels. Niang with the ball. Robinson picks him up. They get the rebound. Pass to Niang. Daniels with it. Lets the 3 fly. Good on the three-point shot. Daniels has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Mitchell passes to Jaquez. Launches it. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. 6 points for Jaime Jaquez.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Daniels dishes to Young. 3-pointer. Daniels, no good. Miami's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Jaquez the pass to Robinson. And again, Miami with the triple. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
And the Hawks making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Atlanta making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's LeVert. Sweet little floater.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And at this point, Tyler Herro's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Herro's an outstanding offensive player.
Pass to LeVert. From deep. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. LeVert's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The Hawks leading. Can't connect from short range. He'd have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Snatched up. Adebayo kicks to Burks. And the call will be against George Niang. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
41 seconds left to play in the first half. Herro, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Atlanta's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. It goes out of bounds. That one off LeVert. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. Now, here's Mitchell. He has yet to score. Outside Robinson. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Buffkin. It's LeVert on the wing. Guarded by Robinson. And it's LeVert missing. For 3, Love. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Kevin Love. Mitchell is out there with Robinson. Then there's Anderson, and it's Jaquez in its small forward.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And Okongwu has it in the corner. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Robinson for 3. A rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Okongwu. Kept alive by Atlanta. Man finds Okongwu. LeVert with a wide-open look. Trains it from beyond the arc. And it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
from range. LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
A three from Anderson. The shot will not fall.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
LeVert the pass to Okongwu. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks. Pass to Hakeem. Love with the screen for Hakeem. Shoots over man. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
LeVert. Here's Bufkin. Covered by Mitchell. Robinson against LeVert. Rebound by the Heat.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. And now just a 3-point Hawks lead.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's LeVert. Back to Johnson. Pass to Bufkin. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Johnson can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 3. For the tie. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Man with it. Picked up by Love.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Robinson kicks to Love. The 3. Atlanta with the rebound. LeVert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Okongwu. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. On the wing, Hakeem. Anderson with the screen for Hakeem. Right block shot. Outside for Robinson. Fires the 3. Nailed from 3-point land. Robinson's got 10.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Anderson's shot is off.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Bufkin. Puts up a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. And taken away by Johnson. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
A 3 ball. Johnson missing again. Mitchell with it. Anderson outside. Outside Robinson. Good if it goes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Atlanta with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Clint Capella is out there with George Niang. And it's Young, then it's Daniels, and it's Reza Shea in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Daniels from outside. Unable to get that one. The Heat trail by 3. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's where they get it back. To tie it up. The long distance 3 is buried. And that'll tie this game up.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Daniels, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Daniels has got 23 points.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Fourth quarter still Young, just over a minute play. Three-pointer, Daniels. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And again, the turnover by the Heat. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Hero. The Heat trail by 5, and now it's Burks running. He can go all the way.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Daniel. Launches a 3, and Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Three-pointer, Daniels. Capella dishes to Daniels. And here's Adebayo. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. The Hawks leading by 3. Burks with the steal. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off target from outside.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Adebayo. Rebound by the Hawks. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Capella with the bucket.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Ware. And Young, here we go. Pass to Daniel. Back to Young. There's the triple. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Young. Daniels has got 8 points here in this quarter. Outside, Hero. And there's the call on Rizashek. That's his first foul. On defense, the Hawks leading by 5. Inside.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Fires the 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
A steal. On the wing, Daniels. Covered by Wiggins. The Heat trail by 6. Works for 3. Drills it from outside.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Daniel from outside. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Daniels has got 14 points now in the second half. Works for 3. From the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
And Young kicks to Daniels. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Works with it. And Young picks him up defensively. And a wide open look for Hero. Hero on the wing. Pass to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Good ball movement here by the Heat. From deep, Adebayo. Rebound by the Hawks. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
And Miami has possession. They trail by 3. Burks can't get it to go. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Here's Young. On the wing, Daniels for the three. Good, another from three. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Jacks up a three, offline. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Probably a little thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks.
Another exciting edition of NBA ball. And a look at the starters for the Bulls. They've got Nikola Vucevic, Ayo Dosunmu out there with ball. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Giddey in at the small forward position. And for the Hawks, Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Risache in at the 3 slot. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
On target from range.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Ball against Young. Pass to Buzelis from deep three-point land. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Dosunmu goes in. Ball against Young. Dosunmu for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. All right, now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Quinn Snyder.
And one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out, it's back to the basics, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And he's all alone. Here's Daniels. Oh, had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't make the 3. Chicago's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. From downtown. Ooh, poked away. The Hawks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound. Okongwu. Young from long range. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. The 3 from Ball. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Vucevic, the pass to Ball. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks lead by 6. There's Young with the 3. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Inside. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Pass to Daniels. Here's the 3. He missed it. Now 3 for 7. Bulls trail by 6. There's a minute 54 left in the first quarter. Here's Buzelis. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And he buries his first look.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Daniels, that one's true.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
The shot by Buzelis, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Daniels misses. And for Chicago, they're shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. Here's Buzelis, and the layup is good off the glass. Buzelis has got 5 now.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. 6 to shoot. From deep, Johnson. Chicago with a rebound. Here's Buzelis. The 3. Drops in the 3. Give him 8.
And that's a promising shot for Buzelis.
The Hawks leading. Here's Daniels. He's covered by Dosunmu. And here comes the break. There's Ball with a 3. Another three for Chicago.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, when no one's on you, great shot there.
Here's Daniels. And Atlanta misses again. To stop the run. Gets the three ball to go. 8 seconds left in the first. Ball passes to Giddey. 1 second left. And that's not going to go. And that concludes a back and forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Hawks ahead. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
On the court for Chicago. Smith out there with Zach Collins. Then there's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Patrick Williams. And it's White in at the one. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watched the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department. And then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Here's Collins. Back to Smith. It's Huerter on the wing. The Bulls with another miss. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Buries it from three. Daniels has got 18 points in the game.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his team's always finished in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
Huerter passes to White. Now Collins. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Hawks making a change here. Niang's checked in. Here's Smith. Williams from long range. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Daniels has got 6 points in the quarter.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Three-pointer. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. No coverage that time. White's got his first 3 points of the game. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Daniels misses. The Bulls have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Williams up top. Pass to Collins. Back to Williams. Down low. Now Huerter. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And no part of the perimeter is safe from Huerter. He has all kinds of range.
Here's Daniels. The three. He drops it from range. Daniels has got 24 points. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
The Hawks trailing. On the wing, Daniels. Capella, screen on Huerter. Takes the three. Chicago with a rebound. And here's the fast break. Yep, that one goes. Huerter's got 5.
Herder showing off the fact that he has a float game as well.
Pass to Daniels. From outside the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got assist number 8 here already in the game. White, the pass to Smith. Stolen by Capella. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Daniels. Herder defending. Daniels misses. Knocked away. Stolen by Capella. From downtown. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Herder passes to Smith. From deep. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Collins outside. The Bulls with another miss. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Hawks ahead, up by 2. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Immediately. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. George Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Caris LeVert. And it's Bufkin in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
A good shooter with a smooth stroke. LeVert's ability to hit shots can take him very far in this league.
And it's Giddey missing.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. Of course, that was a little bit different offensive system, but he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
LeVert passes to Mann. Back to LeVert. Pass to Mann. Here's Bufkin. Stolen by Ball. Here's Buzelis. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Very encouraging to see Buzelis just going off offensively. This rookie is certainly feeling himself right now, and I love it.
Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the foul called on Caris LeVert. That's his first foul of the game. Krejci's checked in for Bufkin. There's Ball with a 3. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. LeVert with the ball. And it's Giddey picking him up. Now here's Capella. He's covered closely. Here's Niang. And it's Chicago with a board.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Ball. And he banks in the layup. Ball's got 5 points.
Now again, big guards, that helps out. And Ball using that to his advantage on the inside.
LeVert passes to Capella. And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul of the game. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Okongwu. No points yet. Here's the 3. Sinks the tray. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Drains the triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot. Okay now, Rook. Zealous. Showing he can finish with some power.
The three is up. And it's Kitty with a rebound. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And Atlanta making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Williams is checked in for Chicago. Here's Ball. He's got 5. Tipped. Here's LeVert. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. On the push, here comes Atlanta. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. Chicago making a switch here. Herter's checked in. And both free throws good for Okongwu. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 1-point game. Knocks it loose. Pass to Giddey. Three-pointer. The rebound by Atlanta. There's 1:34 left in the third quarter. Chicago has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Good on the bucket. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Lonzo can score. He drives like that with intent.
Man with it. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
The Bulls have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Williams finds Ball. Outside Herter. Williams with the screen. Herter can't hit.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Well, Chicago's shooting an efficient 55% in the third quarter. And Williams punches it home.
Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's LeVert for 3. Knocks it down from distance. LeVert's got 7 points in the game.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Beyond the arc. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist by Ball. And the Bulls lead by 2. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
The shot by LeVert, no good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Bulls out in front. They lead by a bucket. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. That you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. Williams and Vucevic are inside. Kobe White out there with Kevin Herter. And it's Giddey in at the 3 spot.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
And Giddey with a little giddy up on that pass.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Three-pointer. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Herter gets the bucket.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Young, the pass to Daniels. From the wing, and he nails that one right through the heart. Daniels has got 35.
And Trae Young playing floor general here, so good and so quick at finding the open man.
They get it again. Pass to White. Williams on the wing. Back to White. Shoots over Young. White can't hit. Hawks trail by 5. Young, the pass to Daniels. Connects from downtown. Daniels has got 38 points.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Young against White. Outside, Williams. Pass to Giddey. 6 on the shot clock. Herder from long range. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young, the pass to Daniels. Back to Young. To tie it up. The kick out to Johnson. It's Daniels with a drive. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Daniels has got 40 points.
Tons of first-step quickness from Daniels.
Outside White. From behind the arc. He drops it from range. And the Bulls lead by 3.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
The 3 ball. Here's Daniels. Vucevic with a steal. And he's all alone. Herder with it. Now Okongwu defending. White. Good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Bulls?
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Williams from long range. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. There's Daniels. Good! Another from 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. White, the pass to Giddey. A minute 20 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Out on his own on the break. Here's Daniels. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Daniels has got 46.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu.
His first, team first. Substitution on the court.
Tries to keep it alive. Williams finds ball. Back to Williams. Up top, Collins. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. To take the lead. The 3 from Rizachet. And it's Chicago with a board. Pass to Collins. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Young.
There's just so much activity from John Collins as a stretch 5 at times, hard to track around the floor.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And just incredible confidence at the free throw line. That is how you win close games.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Capella against Smith. Back to Daniels. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's ball to the middle. Left side, Herder. This one for 3. Offensive board. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
So a close game sees Chicago taking this one. Allie, thank you as always.